Tourists are avoiding Florida like it has emotional herpes. Florida tourism is down, beach businesses are dying, and the people are somehow surprised about it. Come to Florida, where the sun burns your skin and the governor burns your identity. It's so politically toxic that even the alligators are switching parties. DeSantis is out here turning Florida into a family-friendly dictatorship. It's like North Korea with Margaritaville decor. He's out here banning books, attacking drag queens, and starting a fight with Mickey Mouse like he's the final boss of the woke Olympics. The man literally lost a fight with Disney. That's like getting beaten up by a piñata. Tourism in Florida has dropped harder than DeSantis' presidential campaign. You remember that? Blink and you missed it. It was like watching a wet sock run for office. The beach bars are empty. Even the piña coladas are asking, is it because I'm fruity? You know things are bad when even retired boomers are thinking of packing up and moving back to New Jersey.
This latest edition of Fuck Around and Find Out, Florida, home of the once known alligator Alcatraz, that concentration camp in the Everglades, built by Ron DeSantis, your governor, to look like a tough guy for his hero in the White House. Well, as you all heard last week, U.S. District Judge Kathleen Williams ordered the shutdown of alligator Alcatraz based on environmental laws and the impact on tribal lands. It cost Florida $245 million to build. Now it's going to cost $20 million more to dismantle. That's $265 million that Floridians are on the hook for. Florida, you fucked around, and now you're finding out.
Florida is so broke right now, people are literally financing their groceries like a car note. Florida has officially turned into the second most financially distressed state in America. Of course, only Texas beat them out. When I saw it, I thought, dang, Florida and Texas are in competition with each other to see who can treat their people the worst. See, here's the wild part. A new study found that 25% of Floridians are financing their groceries using buy now, pay later. You heard that right. Loans. We finance cars, homes. Some people even do it to furniture. Now it's chicken wings, bread, and milk. Honestly, it doesn't surprise me, because when you look at Florida, a huge part of the problem is the elderly. And it's not like grandma can go get a side hustle at Amazon or the grocery store to make up for the money that she misses every month. The elderly don't have that option. It means that they're feeling the squeeze tighter than anybody else. And the squeeze is brutal. People are delaying payment, racking up late fees, filing bankruptcy, or just straight up not paying bills no more. That's not living paycheck to paycheck. That's survival on credit. And just note, it's not just a Florida story or a Texas story. When two of the largest states in the country are collapsing under the weight of necessities, that means it's a sign that it's happening everywhere. So if Florida is drowning while selling sunshine and palm trees, imagine what it looks like in states that don't have the tourism economy to fall back on. And quiet as kept, Florida ain't got it to fall back on no more either. So remember, America will sell you a dream, but it will make you finance the groceries just to stay alive. And if you think it's normal, then you've already accepted living in a nightmare.
You guys, this has got to be a joke.
Right now, Florida is now debating possibly lifting child labor laws in an effort to fill jobs that were previously filled by undocumented.
This is where we're at. One of the deepest reddest states is in the fuck around and find out mode. And they're already talking about lowering. That's the solution? I mean, that's just as good as using a group message app to talk about military strategy. I mean, that's where we're at here. Okay? Prices are going up. We're deporting all kinds of people. And now we need to fill some jobs, right? So why not let the kids do it, right? Because you know what? We told you. You wouldn't want to do the work. We told you that. You would not want to do the work. So now what? Put the kids to work? Brilliant. Just brilliant. Like, I'm ready to crack up so hard that I think I'm on the verge of tears. This has got to be the most pathetic headline I have seen since January.
Hi guys, it's your girl Bleezy and welcome back to Bleezy Reacts channel. And if you are joining us for the first time, we appreciate you, and also do well to subscribe to our channel for more unfiltered gist. Recently, Florida has always sold itself as paradise, sunshine, beaches, tourism, opportunities, but lately the sunshine is fading. Policies that were supposed to bring strength have instead drained stability. Tourism dollars are tiny, insurance costs are driving people out, workers are stretched thin while essentials get more expensive. So guys, join me as we go into more videos.
You know what, President Trump? This is for you, man. Look, I know you've got a lot on your plate. I know you have a lot to do and a lot to keep this country safe, and I appreciate that. But you made us a campaign promise. And I remember you said it at every stop. I'm going to fix the economy and get prices more affordable. You ain't done none of that. Not even a little bit. Stores are price gouging us on tariffs. Stuff that they're putting on tariffs on. And guess what? They're made here in America. You call it like your agencies call it out, but nothing gets done. The stores aren't made to put the prices back. They're not made to fix anything. No, instead, what are they doing? Still charge us the same prices. In fact, they're raising prices even higher. And your administration is doing nothing to help that. Nothing. Not a thing. You have done absolutely nothing to help that. And I'm sorry, but, like, we're struggling. Like, you're erasing the middle class. You know, you said, oh, the left, they're all about erasing the middle class. No, you are too, because you're doing the same exact thing. You're not doing anything to help us. I know you got a lot on your plate, but, man, just take a day or 2 days and do something to turn around the economy in this country. People are struggling. People are losing their homes because they can't afford. They have to choose between making a car payment or putting food on their table. People are having to choose between paying their credit cards down or putting food on the table. Or they're having to max out their credit cards to pay bills because everything is so daggum expensive. Gas should be going down. We're drilling in America. Why is gas still over $2.89 a gallon? Why is things so damn expensive under you this time, but last time is so much cheaper? I know the Biden administration screwed up the economy and made inflation just skyrocket. But there are things that you can do to fix it, and you need to do it.
A lot of MAGA voters have been crying out saying this isn't what we voted for. And honestly, it's wide to watch. These are the same folks who were rocking those red hats, screaming "Make America Great Again," and swearing Trump was the man who will fix the economy, bring back jobs, and make life easier. Now they are realizing their dream they were sold isn't matching the reality they are living. Back in 2016, and again after, Trump came in promising to drain the swamp, protect the working class, and make America rich again. A lot of people, especially small business owners, factory workers, and middle-class folks, really believe that. They thought he was gonna, fight for them, lower cost, and put America first. Fast forward to now, and those same people are watching their grocery bills skyrocket, rent shoot up, and their town struggling. And suddenly, that red hat pride turned into regret. Hey guys, welcome back again to the channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking when you saw this video. So I'm going to let some of the clips I gathered for you guys roll. Then I'll come back with the commentary. Please do well to like and subscribe. Credit to all creators on this video. Let's go watch.
So y'all, I live in Florida and I voted for Trump, and like honestly I never even thought about it. Like everybody I know voted for Trump, and like I never thought about it, but I saw an interview with that astronaut on Fox News today and I'm kind of freaking out.
All right, I got an awesome FAFO for the red state of Florida. This is an FAFO for Florida. Look at this, look at this. Their tourism is down 30%. Yes, Florida tourism is down 30%. Yes, Florida is a red state and voted for the current administration. Yes, that is where that awful camp is in Florida. Their tourism has plummeted. If you did not know, the whole world is boycotting Florida, especially Canadian. Florida is big in tourism industry. They have Disney World, all that. Yes, states like Florida, Las Vegas, California, New York are suffering greatly in tourism. Tourism is expected to lose over $49 billion just this year.
drop a comment and follow for all things personal finance.
So a Republican woman is in shock because she showed up at the hospital in Florida with an ectopic pregnancy and they told her they couldn't help her because of the law, just like we said that they would. So she was so upset she called the governor because, of course, when you're in the middle of a medical emergency, you want to call a politician. But he didn't pick up the phone. And how many women had their governor's number on speed dial? So after several hours of begging and pleading for them to help her like we said they'd make you do, they finally let her end the ectopic pregnancy before her fallopian tubes burst and she lost all ability to reproduce. And yet, she's trying to blame this on Democrats. But we said that when you showed up at the hospital, they wouldn't ask you who you voted for or what party you belonged to, and they wouldn't ask you what your interpretation of the bill was. They were just going to go by the law. So her care was delayed. I'm very happy she got the care that she deserved, but it was delayed. And there are other women out there whose care is being delayed. And that is putting their lives at risk and their reproductive health care at risk.
Florida beaches are empty because racism don't pay the bills. Now, those beaches and businesses are empty in Florida, and the business owners are scratching their head. They're like, I don't understand what's happening and why this is going on. This is what happens when you build your entire platform on bigotry and fear. When you spend years attacking immigrants, the very people who visit your state, spend money in your hotels, eat at your restaurants, buy your tacky-ass beach tiles. Don't act shocked when they stop showing up. And understand, it's not just tourists who aren't coming to Florida. When you squeeze the working class like a lemon, there is no juice left for joy. You think people got beach money right now? People can't even afford to go outside. And all those Trump tariffs, those weren't on corporations. Those were Trump taxes on us. Prices went up, jobs got cut, and now folks are choosing between groceries and gas, not plane tickets to Clearwater. And y'all made Florida a hostile environment, honestly. And not just for immigrants, but also for black people, LGBTQ, teachers, hell, even librarians. Y'all made the beach a battleground. So now it's just you and those overpriced souvenir stands collecting dust. And now conservative business owners are mad. But they're mad at the consequences of the policies that they voted for. Baby, this ain't karma. This is cause and effect. Conservative policies destroy communities, period. So ask yourself, how long are you guys going to continue to vote against your own business?
So it looks like some Florida beach community businesses are struggling with a lack of summer tourism. And it looks like they can't seem to figure out why.
For us either. I don't know if it's the hurricane, the economy, a mix of the two, but we've definitely been, everybody around here that I spoke to has been down about 30%.
But, I have a couple of ideas as to why this is possibly happening. I'm gonna venture a guess and say that it has something to do that happened back in November of 2024. I mean, our Canadian neighbors from the north are cutting back on traveling to the US. And even other international visitors are cutting back on traveling to the US because of political tensions. And it looks like spending from international visitors is looking to drop by $8.5 billion this year, as estimates show. Also, people have less disposable income because of rising costs of food, as well as bills and everything else. We're already seeing this in like Las Vegas, but Las Vegas is just expensive in general too because of all of the extra fees that they like to tack on. But I guess I could classify this as a fuck around and find out tourism edition. But comment and let me know what you think about the situation, and my name is Philip, and if you like what I post, please consider giving me a like, share, follow, and repost, as it really does help me as a content creator. Thank you.
Some more people are finding out that maybe they screwed up this past year in the election, and I'm going to talk about the state of Florida. As you know, you hadn't heard as much from Ron DeSantis lately because he's in trouble about maybe directing $10 million worth of money that wasn't his into his campaign accounts and all over the place. Oh, his wife is the one who's doing it, though. But what Florida is finding out in voting for Donald Trump, they're seeing the largest decline in the price of homes in Florida in 13 years. There's more homes on the market than there have been in decades. Those prices are falling, and people are learning that a lot of folks, even though they liked Florida, they didn't want to come in the pretense of only supporting one man. The Canadians have left. We have a ton of folks that had retired there. They're moving to other states. And what's the funniest part is, Florida folks, there is a net positive people moving from Florida to the state of California, which has always been victimized by Ron DeSantis. But folks, the real estate market is in turmoil in Florida. So, and Florida's not used to that, folks. They're used to always growing. Well, Florida's economy and the real estate market.
Of what people are saying about coming to Florida or not coming to Florida, and most of them are not. Most of these visitors, like Canada and UK, are not coming to Walt Disney World. And see how people are changing their plans of coming here. And I know this because my business, my tourist business is being affected. Anyway, while I'm speaking to my sister in the kitchen, I didn't know that my husband was in the computer room, but I'm telling her I'm so frustrated. I really want to leave Florida. I know we could sell this house and we could actually have 2 homes in Georgia and in Puerto Rico. That's what I want. That's my dream. And Georgia wasn't even in the running for the longest because Georgia was backwards, but Georgia started becoming purple and blue. So anyway, my husband comes into the room and he tells me, haven't I tried to get you to move to Georgia for the longest? And he goes on and on. Doesn't allow me to speak because he's on this high horse of how he wanted to move to Georgia because his mom is there. And we stayed in Florida because it's like the middle ground. Like, yes, there's, my parents at that time lived in Fort Lauderdale. His mom lived like 5 hours away from Orlando. And I'm looking at him like, I never wanted to leave Florida. I never thought I wanted to leave Florida. I love Florida. It's absolutely beautiful. It mimics the weather of Puerto Rico. That's why we like it. There's a lot of Puerto Ricans down here where I live, in Orlando and in Kissimmee. So I feel at home here. However, we never had a DeSantis neither. I mean, I'm like, in my brain, I'm thinking, why are you getting upset with me? Because I really don't want to live in Florida. I just don't like the politics here in Florida. DeSantis came in the picture. Why don't you understand that? But of course, I did not formulate my words because he was on this high horse about, I told you about Georgia. The hell does one got to do with the other one? I don't want to leave. If we didn't have a DeSantis Florida, I probably would still be saying, I love Florida. You need to move down here, everybody. So I'm just going to say that was frustrating as hell because he felt like he made a point and he made no point to me. He made no point because I never really fathomed myself going to Georgia, period. And of course I wake up and I'm still frustrated because no resolution was made, meaning are we seriously going to talk about Georgia now and Puerto Rico? And if I stay, I'm here for the good fight, guys. Anyway, you guys have a blessed day.
So guys, actually what made Florida attractive is slipping away: affordability, security and access. Visitors feel the tension, residents feel the pressure. This isn't about party lines, it's about outcomes. When leadership choices rip through houses, healthcare and daily life, even the tourist haven can choose its footing. Florida didn't lose its benches, it lost balance. You don't feel consequences when you vote, you feel them when you are alive. So guys, let me know what you think in the comments and don't forget to subscribe. See you guys on the next one. Bye.